Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we are going to do Mind of Carcinosin. So the theme is one's survival depends upon performing a task which one feels incapable of performing. There is a need to do something that is almost beyond one's capacity. So carcinosin is prepared from the cancerous breast tissue. It represents the very center of the cancer miasm, which falls between the miasm psychosis and syphilis. So the patients stretch themselves to the utmost in the hope of success because to them failure means death and destruction. So this miasm therefore has the psychotic fixity as well as the destructive dimensions of syphilis. So carcinosin people often have a history of taking on too much at a young age, having too many expectations placed on them, too strict parental control. They try to live up to the expectations and make a tremendous effort to perform exceedingly well. They set for themselves high standards or goals that are nearly impossible to achieve and drive themselves to try and accomplish them. In that sense, they reach out of perfection and almost finish themselves in doing so. The cancer miasm has this theme of superhuman effort in order to survive. The need for control over oneself and over one's surrounding is tremendous, as is the need to keep order in the midst of chaos. So, the disease cancer itself represents a breakdown of all control mechanisms within the body with chaotic behavior of cells. The feeling of cancer miasm person is like that of a physician who is trying to bring order and control over the disease cancer. So he knows that it is a very difficult job with very little chance of success, yet he has to try with some hope of success. The cancer patient runs from pillar to post seeking relief, and when all fails, gives up with absolute despair, characteristics of the syphilitic miasm. It is a continuous and prolonged struggle which seems to have no end. The need for perfection makes carcinosin people sensitive to reprimands and fastidious in every sphere of life to the point of being faultless. But unlike mineral remedies, which merely want order in everything that they do, carcinosin patient often shows an intense interest towards artistic things like music, dancing, and painting. They are sensitive to and enjoy beautiful scenery, seashore, thunderstorm, and lightning. They show the sensitivity of a plant as well in that, like pulsatilla and ignatia. They are sensitive to reprimands and are offended easily. They can also be sympathetic, very warm like phosphorus. But they are all time striving for perfection, to be the perfect partner, to perfect one for the job, perfect parent, etc. So they are often ideal for others. Out of this need to be perfect arises an anticipatory anxiety. If they organize a party, it is not enough that the party should get going, rather that everything should be perfect. Neatness and cleanliness are simply not good enough for them. They must be perfect. The furniture should blend with the surrounding, everything should match, etc. They are well dressed people with good taste. Carcinosin children are well mannered and well behaved. They can become neurotic about perfection, and sometimes this can be so extreme that they can become suicidal. There is also tendency to suppression, like in ignatia. They accept their disappointments and also their domination with a kind of resignation and tend to accumulate all the grief within without expressing their sensitivity. They have a tremendous anxiety about health and a great fear of disease, especially cancer. Carcinosin patients show a variety of cravings, for example, for eggs, fat, milk, but they especially crave for chocolate. They often lie on the abdomen during sleep, have a bluish tinge on their sclera, and also many moles on their skin. They are ameliorated at seashore and by thunderstorm and lightning. There is a history of infectious diseases, example TB, mumps, measles, chickenpox, malaria, typhoid, and a history of cancer in patient or in his immediate family could be an additional confirmation for carcinosin. Thank you.